Alright guys, what's going on? It's Rico Sensei, and I just finished watching the very first episode of Fruits Basket 2019, and I really enjoyed it more than I thought I would. Just so you guys don't know, I just watched this one and not the original. I did watch the original, but it's been a really long time. I watched it back in middle school, so that was a really long time ago. So I do remember a lot of the things that do happen because a lot of that stuff in the original was very memorable. So it was really good to see a lot of that stuff that happened in the original happen again in much better quality. And this one had a bigger impact on me already. It's only the first episode. Just so you guys know, I'm not going to be talking about everything that happened in the episode. I'm just going to be talking about things that stood out to me and things that I really enjoyed. So first thing to talk about is the animation. Jesus, this animation looks extremely good. Not to knock off the original, because the original was good for its time. One thing I will say is, I don't know if it's the manga art style or not, but Toru's eyes are still pretty big. They're not as big as the original, because the original, her eyes were just, Jesus Christ, they were huge. But in this one, they're still big, but they're not as big as the original, which I really enjoy. I think that probably got a lot of people to like step away from it because her eyes were so big. But in this one, you could do it. It's durable, I guess you could say. So another thing that really stuck out to me was the humor in this. I know the original one was pretty humorous. It was pretty funny. But this one, and again, this is only the first episode, it really made me laugh. A lot of parts actually made me laugh out loud, and that's some of the stuff a lot of anime doesn't make me do. I don't laugh out loud to a lot of anime. This one actually had me chuckle a few times, had me laugh out loud a few times from what some characters did, and I really enjoyed it. It surprised me, really. So if you guys know the story of Fruits Basket, I'm gonna go through it really shortly. Again, I really do still prefer you guys watch this first episode because it's really good. We have Toru, who is our protagonist. Her father, when I believe she said she was 3 years old when it happened, her father got sick and he passed away. And her mother took care of her until, I don't remember when. I believe it was when she was starting off high school or when she was graduating middle school, because in the first episode she told two of our other characters pretty much, I was studying so much I didn't get to tell my mother I'll see you later the day she died. So I believe it was either between her starting off high school or her graduating or starting to graduate from middle school. And her mother was always there for her, from what Toru said. I'm sorry. She was saying that her mother was a little envious of her because she only graduated middle school. She never got to be a high school girl. She always protected Toru. She was always there for Toru. And we got to see that a little bit in this one that I don't think we've seen in the original. That's why I think this one already had a bigger impact on me than the original, because Toru's mother passing, it was more emotional and to me. Now, I don't know. That's just me. Some people might not like it as much. I think this one was really not very emotional, but it did have its emotional moments. Again, the humor was there. So far, it really is looking good. Again, back to the story. We have Toru, who, again, I already said, her mother passed away, her father passed away. So now she's living in a tent, like really small tent, where ants are all just crawling in there. Slugs are on the tent. It's very cramped inside the tent, and she says she's dealt with heavy rain, typhoons. She is having terrible luck. When her mother passed away, she was staying with her grandfather for a very short time, but her grandfather told her, you have to stay away at a friend's for a few months because they're doing some stuff around the house. And she didn't want to be a burden to anybody, which is why she got the tent. And she's been living like that for a good minute, and it's really sad to see someone so innocent and sweet have the worst kind of luck that there is. So going on to our other protagonist, Yuki, I guess you could call him. He's like the charming guy. He's charming, he's smart, everything a protagonist wants in a love interest, I guess you could say. He's there, he has a secret, and his roommate also has a secret, and that is whenever they get hugged, that they turn into a part of the zodiac animals, whether it's the rat, the cat, the dog, etc. So that's all we got into this episode. At the very end, we seen Kyo, which is the cat, has reddish orange hair, it varies, but he has orange hair, and he just barges in the house, and Toru accidentally hugs him. He turns into a cat, and she finds out the secret when she slips onto the dog and Yuki. I forgot the dog's name. I think his name is Shigure. I could be wrong. It's something like that. Shigure. I could be wrong. But forgive me if I'm wrong. Again, it's been a while. But she finds out that he turns into a rat. The other guy turns out into a fucking dog. And the other guy turns into a cat. It's already a little complex. Trust me, it's not as complex as I'm making it. I just suck at explaining things. So again, that's pretty much where we are in the first episode. We figure out about Tori's past. I forgot to mention, now she's living with Yuki and the Shigure. Again, I forgot his name. I'll just call him the dog. Fuck it, he's the dog. But she's living with Yuki and the dog, and she finds out the secret that they turn into the zodiac animals, which we will figure out later on about more and more of their secrets. Again, I really enjoyed it. I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry that this first impressions / review is very jumbled up. I don't want to script it, because that's not how I'm going to do it. So it's looking really good to me. I really enjoy it. Again, art animation's really good. Humor's really good. Very emotional, and I know it's going to get very emotional later on from what happens in future events, so I'm really looking forward to that. And I didn't really pay that much attention to the music, so I'm gonna watch it again, and next week when the second episode comes out, I'll give you guys my input on that as well. But so far, I really do like it, guys. I highly recommend you guys check out the 2019's Fruit Basket. And if you haven't already, I do recommend you watch the original or read the manga. I haven't read the manga, but I heard it's really good. So that's my first impression / review on Fruits Basket. Again, guys, I highly recommend you check it out. If you already seen it, what do you think about it? Comment below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And until next time, guys, I will see you on the next video or my next stream. Take it easy, guys.